What's up everybody, SizDog here for Nostalgia Button. In today's video, I'm taking the show on the road. I'm heading out to my mate John Burgos's place. You may remember him from my toy hunt videos where I go to the Vintage and Modern Toy Fair. He's my brother from another mother. We're going to be looking at all these Mego figures today. Stick around to check out all the Mego madness coming up today on Nostalgia Button. G'day everybody, I'm here with John Burgos.
G'day, how are you?
I'm good mate, how are you?
Yeah, very good, very good.
In the Mego mansion.
Not quite, I wish it was as good as some of our other collectors on the group page especially, but yeah, I've got a few things.
Yeah, he's being honest, this place is just busting with Mego figures. Everywhere you walk in this house, there's a box here, there's a box there, there's a cupboard, which I will show you now folks on YouTube, which has some treasure in it.
Yes, yeah, it's got all my what I consider to be my best Mego pieces or my favourite Mego pieces in it. It hasn't got my carded figures in it, just the loose ones.
Yes.
So my favourite loose figures, my best loose figures.
And you mentioned the reason why they're in the cupboard. Why are they in the cupboard?
There's a couple of reasons. Number one, I'm not allowed to display them around the house because my family aren't big fans. This is the only display area that I get.
It is, okay.
But number two is they're nice and tucked away from sunlight, away from sort of major ambient changes.
Yes.
They're in the office and my bookshelf. So instead of having books and stuff, I've got toys.
Toys in the cupboard.
I'm sorting out at the minute, and as you'll see or have seen on the video,
there was some Star Trek in there.
Yeah, so I'm sorting them out at the moment, trying to figure out where to put everything and how to place everything. So some of it, like the shelf, some of them are lying down and stuff like that. But,
yeah, sure.
But yeah, there is a lot of stuff there to go through. So
impressive ones in there, man.
Got to be well. They're, you know, you upgrade and buy and upgrade and buy and upgrade. And thanks to I've got to admit that the people on the group have been fantastic for getting some quality figures.
Yeah, so what we're talking about there is the Mego community in Australia.
Yeah.
What's the name of the group on Facebook?
Mego Collectors Australia.
Yep.
We also welcome in Australian collectors at the moment, but we're also starting to welcome New Zealand collectors. So if there's any New Zealand collectors out there that want to jump on board, you'll be more than welcome.
Beautiful.
So yeah, trying to expand the community across the Tasman there.
Nice. Well, let's start off with a bang, mate. We have in front of us here some very unique items. Now, are these Mego?
Yes, they are.
These are Mego.
These are 100%
right.
Mego. Yeah, these are the Kiss figures, of course.
Look at them.
Yeah.
Well, let's start off with who have you got there?
I've got. Is that Peter Chris? Yes, it is. The
There
drummer.
he is.
So the Catman. He was. There we go. The detail on these figures is just fantastic. I've always loved these figures for their attention to detail, to make up the facial. I think they're one of the Mego's most detailed and finest sort of a selection of figures as a group. All of them are great.
Because these are quite tall, aren't they? These are
they're
not
12-inch.
The classic 6 inch, is it?
8-inch, yeah.
8-inch,
Yeah.
right. So the 12-inch is a bigger one.
Yep.
If you want to do a little comparison to a regular 8-inch figure.
Well, technically this is the 12-inch, but you can see that they're taller because they're wearing boots.
There's giant boots.
Yeah, as compared to the regular 8-inch, for example.
There they are there. And they all stand up, which is impressive. We're 70s were these released?
Yeah. So I'd say, I think 1977. You can see it on their back. I'd have to put my glasses on, but
Oh yeah, 1977.
1977, if I'm not mistaken.
Star Wars was released.
Yep. So that was and that's them compared to sort of like a standard
regular
size
one.
Mego.
Wow. And did they come with accessories like the guitars? And
No, they did.
stuff?
The boxes did. So that was they had them on. That's why a lot of the boxes haven't survived, because the kids would cut out the guitar out.
Oh, and it was a cardboard guitar.
Little cardboard guitar and stuff like that. So
That's
a lot
a
of the
good way
boxes did not survive.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
So these would be very difficult to find mint in box.
They're much harder to find in the box than usual, simply because of that, I believe.
Wow.
That's one of the main reasons, I'd say.
Well,
They
any
all got
Kiss
cut out.
collector out there will just go mental for this kind of stuff, because it is,
Oh,
like you said, so toyetic, so cool.
And they do that. This is one of the Megos that sort of transcends. One of the Mego figures that transcends regular collectors. This is like Kiss fans love these.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Were these the first ones they got the license for and released, or was there toys before this in the Kiss world?
I don't believe there were any Kiss toys before these. I think
These were the first ones.
And
Wow.
I mean, Mego also brought out the Donnie and Marie doll. I mean,
Right.
they weren't shy of, or they weren't sort of afraid to approach television licenses. I mean, I believe they did a Captain and Tennille. I could be going out on a limb.
And you were showing me a Mork and Mindy one as well.
Yeah, but that's not Mego. That's
okay.
Yeah, I'll get it for you.
Absolutely. This one is impressive, specifically because the way he's displayed in the package is very unique. And if you remember the show, John was talking about it earlier, that Mork would often be upside down on the show, and so for the actual toy, they packaged him upside down.
Yeah, as you can see, he's I'll see if we can get the glare out. So yeah, he's sitting in the box upside down. So yeah, in the show he would sit on the couch on his head, and he would sleep upside down, if I'm not mistaken, as well. And yeah, this guy had the pull string with the backpack that you put on him, and he there you go. If you got that,
laughing.
Yeah, It's yeah, he's a cool little figure, as you can see. Yeah.
And we were mentioning as well the fact that these toys lasted in their boxes for so many years. We're trying to figure out, like, how did some kid not rip this open as soon as he was given it to him for Christmas? But that you could guess that maybe this was one of like 10 presents that kid got. Yeah. The parents were like, well, we'll put this away and let him play with it once he's broken all his other ones. Yeah. And then they forgot about it, and then years later, oh my God, they've got this amazing little time capsule of Mork upside down in the box.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
Too cool.
So cool.
Yeah, so... Yeah,
well, let's keep rolling, mate. Let's have a little quick chat about these Wizard of Oz figures behind us.
Alrighty. The Wizard of Oz figures, we got them here if you like.
Yeah.
So we've got Dorothy and Toto. We've got, the witch.
She's on a stand. Oh, they're all on stands.
Yeah, these ones are on stands on bottom.
Oh, so these stands would be aftermarket. They wouldn't have come with these.
That's correct. These are Kaiser stands, they're called.
Very cool.
They are really good stands, yeah.
Wow.
So that's the, so there we go. There's the Tin Man. And
the Scarecrow.
The Wizard. I've got Glinda around somewhere, and the Wizard of Oz, there we go. Set him up somewhere. And I've got, Glinda the Good Witch somewhere around as well. Oh, and the Emerald City playset in a box over there.
No.
Yeah, so the whole playset with it opens up.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so these guys not my favourite. I like them. I like the Tin Man. He's very well articulated. Yeah. Scarecrow looks really nice. They are very not articulated. I mean designed. His facial design is great. Looks a lot like the actor.
Yes.
Same with the Wizard. I like them. Nice line of figures. Not my favourites. My partner is a mad Wizard of Oz person. She's got the original book there from when she was a kid.
Right.
And so the Wizard of Oz, these I collected mainly for her. That's one of the reasons they're allowed to be on display, is because she loves them. Yeah. So yeah, they go up nicely up there with a little sort of cinema set up. But yeah, they're great little figures, these.
Well, look, I mean, obviously these weren't released in the 30s when the movie was released. This would have been after the fact, obviously, but they're still vintage, obviously.
Well, yeah, it was like, the movie had a massive comeback the first time they played it on TV.
Right.
And so after that, it was a yearly event. They would play it every year in the States. And here in Australia, you'd get the same sort of thing where they'd give it a very constant run. Yes. And so it was still very large and alive in the imaginations of kids in the 70s. You know? So yeah, this toy line was actually quite popular. And these days, I mean, you know, they're pretty easy to they're pretty cheap to buy and stuff. They're not exactly the most coveted line, but yeah, nice little set of figures anyway.
Very toyetic, and they definitely display really, really well.
They certainly do. Yeah, they look.
What kid doesn't grow up loving the Wizard of Oz?
Yeah, and they look so much like the characters in the movie.
Oh, so absolutely! Look at the cowboy line there. He even comes with his little courage medallion there that he gets at the end of the flick.
Yeah, and Scarecrow.
Dorothy's got Toto in the little basket. You know,
yeah. Like, Scarecrow has a little diploma. I don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know if I've actually got it, or whether it's put away somewhere, but he's got a diploma as well.
Yeah, look at the head scan. The sculpt, I should say, the sculpt. It's not scanned, folks. No. The sculpt on the Wizard there, just so perfect, just bang on, you know.
And look at that, look, the Tin Man, he's just incredible. Just such a beautiful head sculpt.
Such great figures.
And you know, originally the Tin Man in the movie, do you know it was going to be Jed Clampett from Beverly Hillbillies?
Oh, he was originally cast as the Tin Man.
And what happened was that they were covering him in aluminium powder. And after about a couple of weeks, I think it was, he had to go to hospital because his lungs had become, he'd been inhaling this powder and his lungs had become coated in it. And so he was in hospital for a really long time. I think he ended up with long-term side effects from that. And that's when they got the other guy to play him. I think it was
we worry about the fibers. Let's just coat him in lead instead.
Yeah, so
and
after that,
they
they started using a paste rather than a powder. And but he got really crook. But otherwise, G. Clampett would have been
the Tin Man.
And he's actually, you look at him in Beverly Hillbillies and you don't think much, but he's actually
he would have been a great Tin Man.
He's got the whole package. He sings, he dances, he acts. He's great. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, great stories, great figures.
Fantastic. Now let's have a quick chat about these boxed figures behind us as well, John.
Oh, okay.
These look very impressive, and again, amazing that they've stood the test of time and they have their original boxes, which is just incredible.
Yeah, Robin's box is a little bit ready. He's got, I don't think he'll stand up, but and so they've both got their little flaws, but yeah, two nice pieces.
Wow.
It's the only thing I have. It's funny because it's like I've been looking out to get a thing for a really long time, and the first one I get is like in a box. It is I do believe is it the French? I'm not sure now.
I can't say
there. No, it's the Italian one. That's right. It's the Borelli, I think it's called.
Oh, Fantastica.
Yeah,
Fantastica.
Fantastici Quattro.
Look at that. It's just like a sticker that they put on the front. So this would have been an American release, but sold in Italy.
Yeah.
So they would put that sticker so that the Italian crowd could know what's going on here.
The same way in Australia they put the tortoise sticker on.
Yeah, right.
So here we go, for example, another boxed figure. This is the first,
wow, so cool.
One of the first Box Mego I ever bought. So there you go, and he's got the tortoise, as you can see.
Ah, there it is there at the bottom, yep. So that's what they would have put on
for the Australian
market. So Toll Toys was like a toy store?
A toy company.
A toy company.
And they were the distributors.
Right, so look, they whacked their logo on it. And so this was from Australia back then.
Yep.
And it's got some great promo photography of the toy on the back as well.
And it's a cutout card. That's the thing about the thing on the back, is you see they've got a little
you can cut it out.
You can cut it out.
Yeah, and you can have that in your school book or whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
And there's obviously the other figures in the line on the side of the box.
The Fry Tucks over there. And he's in the Toll Toys box as well. For me particularly, that Toll Toy sticker, I love it. It's massive to me. I loved having it on my collection. I've got a few $6 million man items as well that have that Toll Toys sticker. I always go for that if I can, mate. They're like.
And if I had remembered to bring my nostalgia button with me, we'd be pressing it right now because John loves to see that nostalgia, that Toll Toy sticker on the box.
And there's one guy in the group, I won't say who it is, if he wants to divulge himself, he may, but there's one guy on the Mego group that has the Superman figure, and before it even got a Toll Toy sticker, and it had a sticker that just said, over the 8-inch, it just had a little sticker that said 20 centimetres. Oh, wow. And that was for the Australian market.
Right.
Because we don't do inches, we do centimetres.
We do centimetres down under.
So that little sticker makes that piece like so rare and valuable.
On the box.
Yeah, because it hasn't got the Toll Toy sticker on it. It's just the only way that you can tell that it's an Australian release is that little sticker. And that was in between when they first released it and when they finally got the stickers and everything sorted out. So in the meantime, there was a very short run where they just put that tiny little 20 centimetre sticker on it, and away you go. So, and this is Robin.
He's, there he is. He's in the box.
Yep. So nice little piece.
So these are obviously had been taken out.
On
its last legs.
Yeah, these are not mint. Yeah, so you can see it. This one suffered a little bit of damage.
Obviously, maybe the mum or the dad decided to keep it to. When they're not playing with it, let's whack it back in the box so there's somewhere.
Sometimes the kids do it. Sometimes the kids do it themselves, and they,
they want to keep the box.
Yeah, we'll keep it in the box, keep it safe. It's somewhere to store it, somewhere to have it.
That's it.
And it's safe. It
wasn't always a thing to be thrown away, which we can thank. And now, in this day and age, it's obviously commonplace to keep packages.
Nowadays everybody's got the package. So
absolutely.
So that Robin, and the thing, I always like the thing. He's obviously he's on a hog body with sort of like orange instead of green. But And this Italian version is like a nice little variation.
Very, very cool.
This is, I reckon, this would have to be my favourite Mego character. Again, if you're going to talk about a head sculpt,
Yeah.
that is awesome. His eyes glow in the dark, his hands glow in the dark.
It's Frankenstein, yeah?
Yeah, that's Frankenstein. And that's a great looking figure.
Wow, look at that, man.
Yeah, what a great looking figure. This is my favourite Mego. I have to say, Frankenstein has to be my very favourite Mego.
I'm not sure if it's kind of translating on the camera,
Yeah.
but their hands are like skeletons.
Yeah, they've got creepy hands.
And they're almost translucent.
Yeah, they glow in the dark. So
Okay, that makes sense, right.
The eyes and the hands both glow in the dark, yeah.
The eyes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I
So
remember
creepy.
being 6 years old, and it was this
Oh
very
my
figure.
gosh.
I would have been 6 years old.
Yep.
And my friend Chris Darcy down the street, he got one for Christmas. His brother's got a couple, and he got this one, and we ran under his mum's bed to watch the glow in the dark action
my
on
gosh.
Christmas Day. And
The eyes and the hands all glowed in the dark.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
what monster is this?
That's the mummy.
That is the
Another
mummy.
beautiful head sculpt there.
Oh my
A
gosh.
big problem with these guys is their eyes melt. They suffer a lot from eye melt over the years.
That's
So
one of the problems.
Finding them without that eye melt is a bit tough. But yeah, these are all nice and minty. That's Drac.
Obviously have Dracula here as well. Look at him in his cape.
Yeah, probably,
And
a bit more daggy as far as, he's got that printed on sort of
at
silk
that.
screen suit, but
He's like in a jumpsuit.
yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
And the eye cock, look, he's doing the people's eyebrow.
oh yeah. Yeah.
Before it was a thing.
I mean,
Maybe that's where The Rock got it from.
it doesn't compare to, this is the modern Bela Lugosi version.
Oh, okay, so there's a side by side.
Yeah, and obviously the modern sculpt is like the Bela Lugosi, very obviously the Bela Lugosi version.
Yeah.
Whereas the other one wasn't. I don't know that they had the rights to the likeness of Bela Lugosi back
Dude,
then.
I prefer this one.
Oh
It's
mate, no,
so much
absolutely.
fun.
And actually, over there, I'll have to bring this out. This is like a hard to find piece. It's one of the ones I'm most proud of.
All right, I'll talk about the Wolfman.
Yeah, go for it. The Wolfman, he's probably the worst head sculpt, that big bulky head. But
Look at those teeth.
but he's still such a cool looking figure.
And he's even got like the wolf man, like you can articulate his claws so he could be kind of like creeping up on you, ooh, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But what an amazing, just a fun toy line. And as a kid, kids love being scared. you know?
Mate, my favourite.
So opening these on Christmas morning, you would just be, yes.
My favourite movie.
You're so excited.
Some of my favourite movies is like in order would have to be Frankenstein, Dracula, Wolfman, Mummy,
Yes.
and Creature from the Black Lagoon.
And these are all, the production company was 20th Century Fox. Did they do the monster movies or was it?
No, Universal.
Universal,
Pictures.
yes,
Yeah,
it was Universal.
Pictures. And this is the
Oh wow, okay.
the castle,
This
the
is
monster castle. This is
Oh
a
my
rare
God.
piece. Yeah, this is a rare piece to find. The old monster castle.
John,
Yes.
holy moly.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at that 70s
Look at that
kid.
graphics. Yeah, look at that graphics.
Look at that kid playing with his castle. He's so excited.
Yep, totally.
And it's the classic like color on the front, but then black and white
yeah, the illustration
on the back, which is what they would do with Castle Grayskull.
Yeah.
And if you're thinking
Nobody's
more
looking
80s.
at the back,
Yeah.
And so and this is the
Oh
castle.
my god. And so it's a plastic.
It's a plastic card. So the
Castle?
interior is cardboard, and then the exterior is like the old Mego playsets. They're pretty much made the same way. It's just plastic over cardboard,
my god.
and it's
Look at
supposed.
that.
I'm missing the turrets. That's the only thing I'm missing on it.
That's what would go there.
And a table. There's a table, an experimental table where usually Dracula's got Frankenstein laid out. But this is a.
These were released at the same time.
That was the Mad Monster Castle for this.
Okay,
And
because they were on the box, weren't they? These figures.
Yeah, and
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
they were designed. That's the Mad Monster Castle designed specifically for those figures, and I do believe it's the same design that they used from the Wizard of Oz Witch's Castle. I believe it's the same thing, sort of same.
That's incredible. What a piece, John.
Yeah,
What a piece. If we had a bigger place, that would definitely be front and center in the collection.
Mate, this is one of the very hard to find pieces, especially here in Australia. And it was like, very, very, very proud to have that one.
Wow.
So, yeah,
Never even
love
seen
my
anything
castle.
like that in the flesh. So tell us a story about where you actually got this piece, John.
That was eBay.
This was eBay.
Yep, it was just eBay.
In Australia, or
no? It was overseas. It was a good price. He had a few other items, and so it was a bit come with a bit of a bulk lot.
Yeah.
And yeah, so eBay was my friend that day.
It wasn't Evil Bay that day.
No.
It was just a regular eBay.
Just regular eBay, yeah.
Wow.
So,
Well,
yeah,
that's
this
amazing.
That goes with the monsters. Definitely one of my favourite. Yeah.
Okay.
Because like I said, love those monsters. Monsters and apes. All my apes are in the other room. You'll see them in the other video probably.
Yeah.
But in those boxes, there's a couple of kind of boxed a carded Cornelius.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a few carded Star Trek figures out there as well.
Well, what we'll do, we'll instead of getting them out now, I'll do a little bit of B-roll.
Yeah, cool.
And I'll show all of those as well. Before we finish up, I feel like the main event really should be.
Box.
Oh, we'll talk about this. Oh, that's Wolfman's box.
Yeah.
Oh wow, look at that. So that wasn't a window version. That was just like
these
him.
came out, yeah, all carded, all fully.
Maybe
carded,
they
beautiful
thought
illustrations,
he
yeah.
was too scary to be shown to the kids, so let's just have him hidden.
And well, it's because they came out really early.
Still pretty scary.
So yeah, some of them, they came out.
1973.
Yeah, very early. So
Gosh.
yeah, that's one of the reasons they're in the book. So yeah, you wanted to talk about this piece, is that right?
Look, I mean, I thought we might wrap it up there.
Yeah.
But before we wrap it up, this has to be the main event, really. The boxed Action Jackson.
Yeah, this is quite a nice.
It says Action Jackson on the box. This
Yeah.
is an original shipping box
Yep.
from 70 something.
Well, yeah, I'd say 1971, 72. And I do believe that they are the.
And so what's in here? Oh, just some milk. No.
So what's in there is
No.
a nice, a
whole
nice
set of Action Jackson
Yeah,
mint
bearded
box.
figures. Yeah. I'll see if I can slide one out. There we go.
Look at that. Oh, they come out. Oh.
There
So
we
there's
go.
two in a.
That's
Oh, they come out like that.
so easier to slide out. So there you can see that
Oh my God, John.
the Action Jacksons. There's a dozen of them in there.
That is incredible. I'll hand this back to you.
Yep.
And let's quickly talk about this, because this is so amazing. So we have
The original.
these are the ones
action
we
figure.
spoke about at the very first vlog that we did together.
Oh right, yeah, cool. Yeah, here's the very first action figure, Mego action figure, the Action Jackson. It was like designed on the G.I. Joe concept, but smaller. It's smaller and cheaper. G.I. Joes were expensive things. So this was like, and you can see there, they've got all the different little sort of outfits that you'd be able to get for him.
Yes.
And there was heaps of them, right? And that was the idea. So you bring out the doll and then sell the outfits, much like then Gabriel did with the Lone Ranger set, and
Yes.
it started becoming that's the sort of thing to do. And he was the original Mr. Mego. He was the original superhero before they did all that stuff. It was Action Jackson, and he came out on a typo body.
Yeah.
And the typo body was the plastic rivets instead of the metal rivets.
Okay.
On the articulated
The
wrists
articulated
and
parts.
ankles and
Yeah.
knees. So they were actually plastic rivets, but then they changed the design. So.
What I love about this is what it says on the box: mod styled hair.
yeah.
Yeah? Mod styled hair for children over 5 years of age. So 4-year-olds, sorry, you can't play with
No,
this.
yep, no. Too many little pieces that you can swallow.
Including stick-on tattoos.
Yes, so in the boxes you'll see there's little sticker packs.
Oh my God, it's in the bottom.
Yeah.
Look at that. In the bottom, there it is there. The very bottom of the box.
Yep.
There's the stick-on tattoos that you would put on his body.
Yeah, well, you could stick them anyway. It's like they were just little stickers, basically.
Okay, so tell us the story of how you came into possession of a whole box of mint in-box Action Jackson figures.
That was it was on a international Facebook collectors group. Someone had discussed them and put them up and asked if there were any interest. And that's where the Robin back here and the
Fantastic
Four thing. Yeah, that's where they came from. They came in the same sort of lot. He chucked them in as a sweetener.
Right.
And once he chucked those two pieces in, I know that they're worth quite a few bucks here down under.
Yes.
And that as a sweetener was like, wow, a bit hard to pass up.
Okay, John, here's the $1 million question.
Yeah.
What did you pay for this box, if you want to divulge here on Nostalgia Button?
Okay, should I?
Or maybe why don't you just tell us what you think they're worth now? You don't have to tell us what you paid, but if you needed to replace this, there's a flood that came through this town and everything got destroyed, and you were like, okay, well, Mr. Insurance Man, I had a box of Action Jacksons, I need this much to replace them.
1400, somewhere in that range.
Oh, okay, so not crazy money.
Not
still,
hundreds of thousands of dollars. No,
okay,
but still, you know, like $1,500
to replace all of them.
To replace this particular shipper. Yeah,
Unbelievable.
I'd say at least 1,100, and probably looking around 14. And
wow.
But like I said, I got them with
as well
with a really fantastic thing, fantastic poor thing, and the Robin. So
brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, John, thank you so much for sharing your Mego collection with us today. I feel like we've only scratched the surface.
Yeah, there's so much more. I thought we'd get to Captain Action and the G.I. Joe there. And everything.
Why not?
That's another time.
Maybe another time we'll talk about those.
I'm happy if everybody, you know, if in the comments, if people want to see more, I'm happy to pull more stuff out of boxes. And show off some more stuff.
Fantastic. Well, as always, Nostalgia Button crew, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, and hit that subscribe button with your bell notifications turned on. There's really only one more thing to do, and that is to just marvel at this incredible likeness of Frankenstein one more time. That is the stuff of nightmares, and that's how we like it.
That's awesome.
See you later, guys.
Bye.
Cheers.
What you buy this week? Did you get some toys instead of the groceries? I wanted this since I was a kid. Now I live in a box, but at least I chased the dream. I gotta intercept that package, or my wife will leave me and I'll end up on the street. Nostalgia.